Hello and welcome to How Not to Play Magic the Gathering. Today we're doing a behind the scenes stream of our Izzet Convoke deck, which is featured in gonna be chapter 6, I believe, of our Magic Concept series. And so this is the deck that we're playing with today. I would like to have more to do on turn 1 than just Swift Spear, but I mean, hey, what can you do? We've got Iconoclast for some token generation, Rouse reinforcements, but we are running a Convoke style deck, which means that my creatures can help pay for stuff. And Zephyr Singer, if I convoke creatures, gives them all flying. Seed Shark gives me tokens. And then we've just got Convoke Spell after Convoke Spell. Shapecraft I thought had an interesting run with either Swift Spear because it gets the prowess on top of the 4/3, or some interplay with the Seed Sharks tokens. So I don't know. We'll see how it does. I've done a few test games and it's done fairly well. Let's see what we can do today. To go along with our video, we are looking to showcase a Magic game in 2 stages. First of all, the early game with a focus on tempo, using Swift Spear, Iconoclast, reinforcements to pressure opponents' life total, keep them on the defensive, and using my permission spells like Change the Equation to help maintain that tempo advantage, and using the bounce spells like Avara's Dispersal to help push that advantage. Going into the late game, we're looking to convert that tempo into card advantage with draw abilities like on Shapecraft or token producers like Iconoclast and Seed Shark. So with all of those in play, we'll actually be holding our permission spells like Artistic Refusal to counter the big spells in my opponent's deck, and using our bounce spell of our Dispersal reactively to protect our board or stop incoming attacks. So those are what I'm looking for in this video. Let me know in the comments below which game you think best showcases these points. And let's go ahead and get into some games and see how this deck runs. Alright, so this looks like a decent hand to keep. I do have my turn 1 play into a turn 2 with Invasion of Mercadia, so let's go ahead and see what happens. Swiftwater Cliffs is actually hurting us here in that it's a tap land, which means that it's going to kind of disrupt my curve at some point. Let's go ahead and swing on in. Oh, he wants to keep Rotten Tail. Alright, sure. I figured he'd chump for sure. Rotten Tail's good in the graveyard. Okay, they are ramping up a storm. They're going to have something pretty big. No, they didn't drop an extra land? Alright. Well, like I said, if I do Swiftwater Cliffs, I can't do Invasion of Mercadia. If I do my mountain, I can't do Change the Equation. So Mercadia is my only play here. So we will go ahead and discard Swiftwater Cliffs. Hopefully I'll draw some untapped lands, which, alright, well, whatever. Let's see if he blocks me now. Unfortunately, I don't have a blue mana, so I can't even begin to counterspell. Okay, so he is ramping some more. Alright. Setting up his land drop for next turn. Man, I could really use an island right about now. So yeah, I was really hoping for an island, but I guess that's not going to happen. I can't attack into the Venom Connoisseur, so he's got me stopped. Alright, so I didn't do too well on the early game tempo. And now he's got a huge board. Well, relatively speaking anyway. And he's going to be gaining even more life. Alright. So he's swinging in a 2-2. I'm not going to block that. I mean... And another mountain. Oh my goodness. Can I please get an island? Well... I think my play here is going to be Shark to set up for future turns. No attacks again. We have definitely passed the early stages where tempo gain is any concern. Oh, that's not good. I really wanted to counter that. Oh well. Alright, well he's tapped out, so I can safely block here. He's not gonna... Oh, shit, I forgot about that. Oops. Well, I'm glad he didn't have a pump spell to capitalize on that. I would have been completely SOL. Okay. So that blob is going to run completely out of control. So first thing I'm going to do is flip over my invasion. So I now have a 3/3 that I can discard a card to create 2 elementals and give everything +1 and haste till end of turn. So that is going to come in very handy later on. Unfortunately, it doesn't do me a whole lot of good right now. I think my best bet here, even though it is a complete waste of a spell, is to shatter the source, the blob. You know, that's an instant. I can do it during his turn. And that'll leave up mana for Dispersal 2, and I can do it during blocks. I don't know, we'll see. So now he's got another 3/3. Okay, so now everything has Death Touch. So he should probably swing in with the entire board here, but there's no reason not to. He is playing very defensively. He thinks I'm going to block. Alright, so what I do think I'm going to do is disperse the token, so that will actually kill it. Actually, I think I like both of those. So we'll keep both of those on top. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. I do have Seed Shark that I can convoke with. And then we will shatter the source to destroy the other blob, convoking all of my creatures to do it. Seed Shark will make another token. I'll take some beats, but that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and drop Iconoclast here. And I don't think I'm going to do anything else. Well, I've got 2 different counterspells. I could. That requires tapping and 3 mana, which I really need my mana. So I need to have 2 mana here, 4 there if I do them both. So that's all of my lands. To convoke, I will need all of my creatures. I could do those 2 also. So for 6 mana here, I could convoke all of my creatures. So I think I'm just going to hold off and probably just counter whatever my opponent does. That is definitely worth a counter spell. So I could do... Alright, so we'll go ahead and counter spell. Both options. We will start by convoking all my creatures, because I'm not really going to block anyway, right? I get another 1/1 token from Iconoclast, and a 6/6 incubator from Seed Shark. So we are definitely, we'll go ahead and discard, change the equation. So we are definitely getting some card advantage here. So if he wants to attack, I have 4 potential blockers over here that I can block with. Alright, so he's made his attacks. I will go ahead and activate my 3/3 here. We will block the Connoisseur and the Rotten Tail, even though that does give him a 5/5 next turn. I still think that's the right play. Okay, let's go with... Let's go ahead and activate my tokens. If I... Shoot, I wish I had one more land, then I could do Flame Right. That was my plan. I should have counted my mana first. I do want to keep mana open for Dispersal. So unfortunately I just kind of screwed myself. I am still going to attack in with one of the 6/6s, the 3/3, and my Shark. If he wants to trade with the 3/3, he's more than welcome to. He can't kill the 6/6. Alright, so that clears a creature off of his board. And we will go ahead and... I'm in a pretty good spot here. I don't think there's much my opponent can do, and he doesn't think there is either. So we got the victory on that one. Whew, alright. Alright, well, we've got not a whole lot to do on the early game, so I think we're just going to start in the late game here. No creatures at all. Yeah, I can't keep this. Let's mulligan. Okay. We can go ahead and keep this. I think I have to tuck Shapecraft. My only real tempo play is change the equation on turn 2. My first creature is going to be Seed Shark on turn 3, if I draw another land. So yeah, I need to Spirited Companion, okay. He's not on red-green. I can only counter a 2-mana spell. I honestly think Invasion is my best play here. Change the equation doesn't really do me a whole lot in this game since I was on the draw, so he got to go first, so he got his creatures in before I could cast my counterspell. So we'll swap it out for 2 more cards. I got another Seed Shark, that's pretty good. Okay. Okay, that is not good. So I could have countered it. Oh well. Seed Shark it is. Hopefully that'll be enough to get me through. Celebrity Fencer. Okay, that is going to get really big. More islands. Could I get a mountain, please? So let's go after the Invasion of Mercadia here. He is not going to have any blockers. I'm actually going to go ahead and Shapecraft it here just to convert the battle. And that'll give me a 3/3 blocker. And a 2/2 incubator. Alright, so he's going to tap something down. I mean, the only thing really is the Flame Right, so yeah. Fencer gets bigger, yeah. Trainee is going to get bigger, yeah. So really the only viable block I have is the Spirited Companion. I mean, 1 damage is 1 damage, right? Alright, there we go. Jaya doesn't really do me a whole lot of good against a flyer. I think Seed Shark's my play. Sure, I can always use him as a chump blocker, maybe. I'm not going to attack, though. Not in a very good spot here. Because Fencer and Trainee are just going to keep growing. When Trainee dies, something else gets his +1 counters. Okay, there goes my... That's okay. He didn't really do a whole lot for me anyway. Oh shit! I meant to block! Well, that wasn't good.
Frankly, destruction is best left to the professionals. Taught them everything they know.
That was not good. I absolutely meant to block there. I did not mean to pass turn. That is probably going to come back to bite me. One thing I don't have in this deck is life gain. Okay, hands off the keyboard until the opponent declares their attacks. Alright, so we are going to pop open our incubator. We are going to blockers. Double block the flyer. Trade the incubator with the celebrity fencer. And just chump the trainee. Okay, okay. I think I'm just going to keep chumping for now.
Go on. Impress me.
Okay. One life doesn't really do much, so we're not going to bother countering that one. What else do you got? Nothing! He is not doing anything. Alright. Hey, life gain! There we go. I think I'm going to use this opportunity to kill the Overseer.
A blast to the noggin gets results.
Attack with my sharks. That'll blow up the Overseer and push through some damage. That might be worth countering, actually. Because the draw will refuel his hand, and I don't want that to happen. So I get a lot of proliferate triggers. I get 2 6/6 tokens from my seed sharks, and I have to discard a card. I suppose I'll discard Swiftwater Cliffs. Rafine's Informant, okay. Ground troops are fine. I can block ground troops. And opponent doesn't have a way of getting rid of my 6/6 incubate tokens, so they scoop it up. Alright. Alright, so we got Ral's Reinforcements at least for a turn 2 play. I don't know, we'll see what happens. Invasion. Oh shit. Well, there goes probably reinforcements. Yep. Alright. I mean, I can still cast it. It's just going to be a turn 4 play, which not as impactful. Oh, he's got Seed Shark. Very nice. So I think I want to keep Dispersal for when he gets some tokens out. So I think we're going Invasion of Mercadia here. We'll throw away one of the useless mountains. Get another Dispersal. Very nice. I can do reinforcements here, but that will turn off Dispersal. So I really can't do anything. So he's going to attack Gobakon. This just feels bad. Well, yeah, neither one of those really helped me out here, so pitch them both. Another invasion. Alright, well, probably going to take my second Dispersal here. Yep, alright. Oh, I have not done a very good job this game of anything. So yep, there's Seed Shark again. So he's pretty much shields down, I hope. So there we go, we got rid of the Seed Shark, that's good. Let's see if we can't attack our invasion, get that thing flipped over. I think that's pretty much my only out here. The opponent's got nothing. Well, they've got to have a Far's Dispersal themselves. That card is too good for them not to have. Oh, Wicked Slumber. Alright, well. So I'm not doing any attacking for now, am I? Another invasion. Oh my god. Alright, well, there goes Shatter the Source. Opponent's running Gobakon Tribal. I mean, I could have cast it in response to flip my Invasion of Mercadia, but that just seems like a waste of mana, you know? Woo, 1 damage, yay. Alright, opponent's definitely on some control plan here. They've got to get up to their big spenders here pretty soon. What are they doing? Just in case he's got Dispersal, we'll go ahead and do a second one at the invasion. Alright, well, we got it flipped. And it hits. Alright. I'm going to hold on to Rouse Reinforcements. They are playing a control deck. They let that flip. I'm guessing they've got some kind of board wipe. And I don't want to put more on the board for him to Sunfall out of there, because that'll just make his Sunfall token even bigger. Alright, so let's go ahead and use Flame Right's ability, discard my island, create 2 elementals, and swing out. Deal 4 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. Alright, so Spear can die, that's fine. I'm still doing 8 damage. Okay, a bounce. That's fine. I could have left two of them open. Okay. So he gets 2 1/1s. Another Shatter of the Source. Okay. Shit. Let's see. I want to discard. Yeah, we'll go ahead and discard Shatter. It's not really doing me a whole lot in hand. Okay, so he's not doing anything to stop. I think I'll drop reinforcements here just to block him from going after the invasions. Alright, sure. We'll go ahead and pay it. Why did it tap that way? So he can flip his one invasion, but he has to attack it with all 3 creatures. Meanwhile, I killed 2 of them or trade for 2 of them. He is just drawing his little heart out. So he's not planning to attack. I've got a whole heck of a lot of tokens here. And I'm pretty sure this attack gets around his 1 blocker. Alright, I guess there was no board wipe. I don't know what he was doing. Oh boy. Not a whole lot of mana here, but I do have enough to get up to Rouse Reinforcements, which will actually open up Stoke the Flames, so it's not as bad a hand as it looks, and I only need 1 more land drop to hit Seed Shark. So hopefully we get there. And there we have it. Alright, so let's go ahead and do Rouse Reinforcements to get a board presence. Let's go ahead and swing out. Pressure our opponent's life total a little bit, or at least get them back to neutral. And drop Seed Shark. So hopefully that will get some token production going here in the next couple turns. Skrelv's Hive. Alright, so opponent looks like they are on white-green Toxic. So when that dies, it gets another 1/1. That gives him 1 every turn. So there's nothing I can do about those. I think I'm going to go ahead and swing on out. He can block one of my tokens if he wants to. I don't think he will, though. Oh, he is. Alright. So I think I'm going to drop Rouse Reinforcements. That will give me blockers for his mites and keep Stoke the Flames open if he drops something bigger. Okay, Seed Core can make his 1/1s into, I believe, 3/2s. Yep. But only if I'm corrupted, meaning have 3 poison counters. So if I can stop myself from getting poison counters by keeping up blockers or what have you, then they're all still going to be 1/1s. Okay. Is he going to do it again? He's going to attack with a 2/2. I think He's only got one attacker. Yeah, let's go ahead and stoke it. There's no reason not to. That'll give me a 4/4 on the back end. I suppose I should have put up blocks first in case he had a counter spell or like a Tyvar's stand. So he's going to be swinging in with at least 2 1/1s. He can put a +1 counter on it. So I have to expect some 2/2s coming in. So my elementals aren't going to do a whole heck of a lot. And opponent's just giving up, I guess. I've got the flying. I've got... Chrome Host Seed Shark just won that game all on its own. I mean, I'm going to keep casting spells. They're going to keep getting tokens. I've got 2 6-drops in my hand ready to go. So, I mean, yeah, I'm just going to stomp all over him. Alright, lots of mana. We've got reinforcements into Seed Shark. So, sure, this looks like a keep to me. Let's start off with reinforcements. Opponent's on maybe mono green. Titania, okay. Let's go ahead and start pressuring our opponent's life total. We'll drop Seed Shark to hopefully start some token production. I do want to make sure from here on I keep 2 mana open for Change the Equation. So we'll go ahead and swing in 2 damage here. Everything in my hand is an instant, so let's pass to my opponent, see what he does. Weaver of Harmony here can copy enchantment stuff, so they're not doing anything. Then yeah, let's go ahead and kill it, just because that will give me a 6/6 next turn. Looks like opponent missed their land drop too. Actually, it looks like they missed 2 of them now. So let's go ahead and convert that. We'll go to combat. And just for giggles, let's go ahead and turn our 0/0 into a 4/3 with 6 +1 counters on it. Yeah, that's fun, isn't it? Opponent found their second color now. Alright. Yeah, there's nothing he can do. He's probably just going to give up. Alright, so Borrowed Time is going to stop the Seed Shark, but he's at 2 life. There's nothing he can do. Alright, so we've got Swift Spear. I don't really have a turn 2 play. Well, maybe change the equation. But we've got Seed Shark and Zephyr Singer. This looks like an amazing hand. Alright, Swift Spear it is. And let's go ahead and start the aggro. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and drop our second Swift Spear. This is going to be a really stupid thing to do. I do not anticipate, I don't recommend. He's not blocking. Okay. Well, what I was going to do, which is really stupid, was whichever one he did block, I was going to bounce the other one to kill his creature. But now I don't have to, because he's just going to let the damage go through. Which means I probably should have held up the mana for Change the Equation, because now he's got a 4-drop. Oh, just a 3-drop? Okay. Oh boy. Alright. Well, he's got himself a board state now. So let's go ahead and drop our Shark. And see what opponent does. They're probably going to start getting on the aggressive now. Ooh. That's not good. That is a big boy. And change the equation doesn't even help me out on that because he's uncounterable. And I can only target him with green stuff. So I think I'm going to lose this one. Yeah. Alright, so there's Zephyr Singer, gives everything flying. And I've still got one blue up for dispersal. Of course, I'm probably just going to take a whole crap ton of damage here. Alright, that is actually fine for me. So yeah, that's a whole lot of triggers. And like I said, a whole lot of damage going through. So let's go ahead and make a block here. And then I can dispersal here. Oh shit, I should have dispersaled first, then I could have used my 1/1 to block with. But on the plus side, I'm not dead yet. I should have put the mountain first, that way I could have... God, I am just making all kinds of misplays today. So let's swing with him. I want to make sure that I still keep 5 mana. Yeah, that's good. That's all I'm going to do. And then we'll end turn. I'd rather use my 2 mana for a 3/3 than 2 1/1s. Oh, Jesus. I cannot counter that. Because it has to be mana value 6 or less, and that costs 7. So I just got galted. Alright, yep, this is gonna hurt. Alright, so that's got trample, there's nothing I can do. That's got trample, there's nothing I can do. So my best bets is to block these 3/3s. Take my 10, go down to 1. Alright. So this is going to look really weird. So we are going to cast Rouse Reinforcements. And then respond with Change the Equation. To counter Rouse Reinforcements. What that does is that is going to trigger Monastery Swift Spear's prowess twice to make those 3 power attackers. So now when I go to combat, I can swing out with everything, and that should be lethal. Damn. So I think that means we just went 6-0 with this little deck with almost no rares in it. I mean, I've got 1 copy of Jaya that we saw once, which honestly did some work. Chromehost Seed Shark All-Star and Zephyr Singer, especially in that last game. Just amazing. So yeah, as we saw there in that game, that early focus on tempo, getting the Swift Spears out, to pressure the opponent's life total, to keep them kind of on the defensive there. I wasn't able to use my permission spells correctly, as in maintaining my my tempo advantage. I was going to use my bounce spells to push advantage there on that second turn, but I mean, I didn't have to because opponent didn't block. But then when we converted into our late game, our Seed Shark was able to get us some tokens. The Iconoclast was able to drop down some blockers. And so we were able to get that card advantage through our token producers. And then holding our permission spells for the best opportunity there at the end when I could counter my own Rouse Reinforcements to trigger Prowess twice on all of my flyers from Zephyr's Singer. The giving everything flying, that evasion was able to go around Galta, well not around, over top of a 12-12 trample, and oh man, yeah. So if you can find this balance in your deck between an early game tempo and late game card advantage, you are going to make yourself a really good deck that can honestly win some games out of nowhere. Man, I still can't believe that.